All right, Zatima fans, I woke up early this morning to watch these episodes. So we're starting off with season 2, episode 5, Not What You Think. And for this particular episode, I'm going to give it a 5. Wait, hang on. Maybe a 5 is too low. Let me think about this a little bit more. 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Now, to be upfront, I think both of these episodes, I did enjoy them, but at the same time, Zach and Fatima were probably my least favorite parts of the episode. Mama Mona came in there and just shut the shit down. I love the introduction scene of the episode. Obviously, this was just foreshadowing for when they had the dinner, because, when they went inside of the house to talk, it quickly turned into, you know what? I think I'll wait until dinner where, myself and Fatima's father can, get to know you a little bit better. So from there, I also didn't like the Zach and Fatima stuff, but that leads into episode 6. To be honest, I could just do one video review, but I know you prefer to keep them separate. So I will do episode 5 and 6 completely separate. But just like the episode title, Not What You Think, I don't think this episode was anything too spectacular in terms of the Zach and Fatima stuff, because to be completely honest, I think Zach was written horribly in these episodes due to the fact of his poor decision making. Spoiler alert, he went over to Deja's 3 times in this episode. And of course, leading into the next episode. But oh gosh. Before we get started, we're about to hit 250,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We need a little over 6,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this video and you watch my other content, but you haven't committed, just hit subscribe. It only takes a second because we're getting closer to 250,000 subscribers. Also, check out the other content because, well, I work hard at it and I really appreciate the views. So, picking up where we left off, Zach is attempting to pick Deja off the ground because Mona is just looking shocked at the fact that, okay, this is the guy that my daughter is clearly staying with, and yet he has another woman in his arms. So Deja is struggling, going on about her back and whatnot, but oh gosh. Zach does manage to help her get inside. And, Deja's just running her mouth the whole time like, I ain't got no insurance. You're just trying to kill me and everything and yada, yada, yada. And Mona's just looking just stunned and, just has that shaking her head moment. Fatima pulls up and, her and her mom chat. And she describes the fact that I came by because I could tell something was wrong over the phone. And, wait, is Zach here? Well, actually, he's next door with a woman's apartment, and Fatima is mad about it. So, Zach comes out. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Mona even describes as, well, I pulled up and I saw Zach with another woman in his arms, and he's over there in her apartment right now. So Zach comes back out, and Mona has that care package for Fatima, and from there, she's like, aren't you going to invite me inside? And this box is heavy. So she gets Zach to take the box and invite them inside of the house. So, yeah, Fatima and Mona have a bit of a conversation while Zach stands there awkwardly because she's like, oh, this is a nice house. I don't really see, this must be Zach style because I don't see any of you in here, Fatima. Well, yeah, this is his house, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, Fatima. No, keep that same energy. What happened to my house? This is my hot tub, and you make me feel like it's not our house. Sleep on the couch. No, Fatima, where's that? Keep that same energy. Don't change it up because your mama here. No, talk that shit. But no, even Zach is like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, he's like, why is she acting this way? Clearly he doesn't understand that Fatima is putting on an act because she doesn't want her mom to know, about them living together. But she mentions how the younger generation, y'all do it differently. Back in the day, you know, we would have to meet the parents before we even moved in together or got married to someone. But before, oh yeah, she mentions that the care package wouldn't really do Fatima much good because she has the care package set up for more of a single woman to, you know, utilize the things in there for. But before her and Zach really start to have a conversation, she just decides, you know what, let's wait until we have dinner and we'll get to know you better. Then you can meet Fatima's father as well. So they walk to the car. Zach offers to walk her out, but instead Fatima is asked to do it. And, you know, Zach is, you know, he's just like, oh, you know, acting all bougie and this is some bullshit. So, honestly, the way he acted, you know, the way he made a face after Fatima and her mom were walking towards the door, I was thinking she would have caught him because she just seems like that person who has eyes in the back of her head. So as they go outside, we do learn a few things. The whole thing about Fatima having, you know, oh, I don't have a problem with Zach, you know, having a record and whatnot because my family, this, that, and the third. That was her birth father. Her real father was the jailbird and whatnot, but her mom got remarried. Apparently, it seems like, you know, kind of like, I forgot the names of the characters, but Janine's parents from House of Pain, you know, her mom all bougie and whatnot, but really she's, you know, just as black and street as anybody else. Fatima's mom has clearly made a come up and now she acts all bougie, not acting like she doesn't know about that life, but apparently she could read the tension in the house and something was wrong. And Fatima does mention she's going through something with Zach, but they'll get through it. It's nothing to worry about. But, you know, she mentions how, you know what, I can tell he's been to jail. Mama, what do you mean? I could tell he's just like your father, you know, a jailbird. And, you know, if I didn't take you and meet that new man and we got married, you would have been in the gutter just like your daddy. So, yeah, interesting character, you know, building right there, or excuse me, character history right there. Fatima's father was the jailbird, which I don't know. It raises a lot of questions about what Fatima has said in terms of what we know about her. I mean, her cousin Madam is obviously into a lot of illegal shit. Her birth father is into a lot of stuff. So is her mom really from that side of the, you know, the community, or did she just make a come up? You know, basically just like Veronica, she, you know, had a struggling background like Hannah, but she worked hard and, you know, was able to climb the ranks to where she is now. But like I said, this is only her introductory episode, unless you count the cameo in the last episode, episode 4. So maybe we'll learn more as we get to, you know, the mid-season finale. But we go over to Zach getting out of the shower. Fatima's about to get in the, you know, tub. And, you know, Zach isn't talking to her. And I literally forgot. I mean, I'm like, wait, is he mad about the mom thing? And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is the same day as the Paul elevator stuff. And, you know, Fatima seeing him coming out of Deja's place. So, yeah. But he's in bed, you know, just scrolling on his phone, laughing. And Fatima comes out there dressed. Holy crap. But you could tell she's about to go for a night out. And Zach, you know, is like, okay. So she gets into her car and calls Angela, and they decide to go to Club Eden. And I'm like, I know Angela ain't recommending Club Eden. I know Angela ain't doing that. Considering, you know, she also plays on All the Queen's Men as a different character, but I thought that was pretty cool. But I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Fatima or one of them said open mic night. And I'm like, is this the one where she sings? No, she doesn't. Spoiler alert. But, you know, apparently Zach has a bigger package than most of the men at the club, and Angela is stunned by this. But, yeah, they decide to go there. And Zach calls Tony to see if they can, you know, go out and have some fun. But, you know, he mentions, like, no, I got a shorty coming over. But Nate, he's out right now somewhere. It's like, nah, Nate, you know, I don't want to do anything ratchet. I don't know why, but I thought that was pretty damn funny because it's like, you know, I want to do something, but, yeah, I don't want to do anything too crazy. Again, I thought that was pretty cool. So from there, we go over to Tony mentioning how, wait, what's wrong, man? You want to go out? So is something up? And then he mentions Fatima. No, you still talking to old Braun? He's like, I was a bit taken aback by that. Like, Tony, for real? Like, are you really doing this right now? You really expect Zach and Fatima to be broken up? And it's not that Fatima, or it's not that Tony wants them to break up. It's like, you know, hey, man, I just want to make sure you're happy. That's it. But Zach decides to, just stay in and do his own thing. But honestly, before he can even make a final decision, Tony's like, wait, what's that? And it's Deja blasting the music. And then he's like, wait, is she still trying to get with you? Yeah, this is some bull crap. She just doing this try to make me come over. I'll talk to you later. So from there, this is when the Zach stupidity rears his ugly head. So he calls, and then Deja makes every excuse under the sun. Oh, well, I turned on this radio, or I turned on the music, but I dropped my crutches when I turned it on, so I can't turn it down. And, I need you to come over here. And then it's incredibly stupid. And remember, if you're keeping count, Zach went over there to bring Deja inside at the beginning of the episode. We didn't see what went on. Now we get this, and I love the fact that when he was like, you know what, hey, I'm not coming over there, fine, I'll send Fatima over there to turn the music down. Fatima ain't here. Shit. So she obviously planned this. So he goes over there, and she let a titty pop out like she was Janet Jackson, but unfortunately we didn't get to see it. And it's BET Plus. Why didn't we see it? Okay, I know that sounded messed up, but I'm just saying. So he goes over there to turn the music down and mentions, like, you turned, what's wrong with the AC? Did you turn it off? It's hot in here. Don't turn the AC down. Which I'm kind of stunned by that because, she hasn't paid rent, but this is her apartment, so does she not have control of the thermostat? Or perhaps he felt like, you know what, Deja, no, don't touch the AC because I know you cut it off on purpose to make an excuse for it being too hot in here or something in order to get me to come over. Because she's laying on the couch, red gown and everything. And, Zach just leaves because he doesn't want to deal with this. So he pulls out the sex doll, but we actually don't see him use it this episode. And, he's like, you know what is it, moan or anything? What the hell is this? So he just looks it over, and it's not a sex doll, but it's like a mechanical kitty cat, and I'll leave it at that. Imagine Roxy, but an android, I guess. All right, so Deja calls Zach to come over again. I can't turn the tub off. Oh no, it's going to overflow. And this man decides to go over there, which is so completely stupid. This man should have played with his new robotic Roxy and left well enough alone. There was absolutely no reason for Zach to go over there again for a third time. This was asinine. I think I would have preferred if Tyler wrote it where Zach just had a reduced role in these episodes, because this was painfully stupid. This was painfully stupid. And then he goes over there, but I will get to that later. That's the final scene. Over at Club Eden, because, since Fatima is cousins with the owner, she always gets the best tables and free drinks, and Angela is living the life off her clout. So, Fatima does go into the fact, and I honestly liked Angela in these two episodes. In these two episodes, I really did like her. She didn't seem too intrusive. She seemed very concerned for Fatima. She was like, Fatima, what's wrong? And Fatima reveals that she's upset, her and Zach have this whole cold shoulder thing going on where they're not talking and they're mad at each other. And, Angela seems very understandable about the situation. Well, he did walk in on you and Paul and whatnot, and it did look, suspicious. Yeah, but, the fact that he won't talk to me about it was just ridiculous. And she can't deal with the fact that he didn't believe her or give her the benefit of the doubt, where I'm just thinking to myself, okay, look, as much as I want to keep this show and Sistas separate continuity, they make a lot of hints towards both shows being canon to one another, especially in the next episode, but that's his own review. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, what about the whole Angela showing the photo of Karen and Zach, and you assume that Zach was kissing Karen and whatnot, and you didn't believe him. Like Zach said in the elevator, you got 1 minute to explain yourself. What did she tell Angela? You know what? I'm going to give this nigga 1 minute when he gets home to explain. I'm going to go all the way off. Or actually, when I get in this house, he has 1 minute to explain. And it's like, well, Zach doesn't even know what the hell you're even talking about. You didn't believe him. You went off, and in some ways you were even more irrational than Zach was. So for her to have this whole thing about, you know what, I can't deal with being like this. I do like these sentimental moments, but Fatima really doesn't have them with Zach. I've said this countless times. Fatima and Zach will go through something and she'll have all this attitude and whatnot, acting like a hood rat. But then when she's talking with Andy or Angela or a third party, she's the calm Fatima who's like honest about how she feels. But when she goes back to quote unquote talk to Zach, it's only about him apologizing and that's it. So, Sean, new guy, he pulls up to the table. He wants to holler at Angela. He offers to get drinks for both ladies. But Fatima, is like, no, we don't even know you like that. And it's like, well, I don't want to take no drinks from you because you might put some in. So Angela's like, you know what? I'll go to the counter with this fine man. So she goes over there. And time moves on. And they all had a bit too much to drink, but Angela is straight up drunk as a skunk. Sean offers to take him home because Fatima's like, no. We don't know you. I'll get a ride share because none of us are, good enough to drive. And then Sean's like, wait, I've only had a couple of shots. So he ends up taking them all home. And that leads into episode 6. So really nothing else to talk about here. So Deja gets Zach to come over there. This is the bathtub scene. And this is just like in the gym during early Sister Season 5 where Zach has his eyes closed and he doesn't want to see anything. He throws Deja a towel. He cuts the water off. And, I get it. It was supposed to be comedic. It was funny in some places. But I'm just still hung up on the fact that, bro, she's obviously playing you. It's the 3rd time you've been over there. She's not hurt. She's making this shit up. So she sent him a photo, which makes me mad because we do not get to see what the photo was. Apparently she knows somebody that works at Club Eaton. I'm assuming it is a photo of her and Sean. Angela obviously there too, but maybe the angle was captured in a way where it looked like it was Sean and Fatima talking as opposed to, Angela, Sean, and Fatima just having a good time. And I find it interesting that, okay, so Fatima can go to Club Eaton and, interact with guys. Yes, I know she was just thinking about Zach. Also, she's talking about like, look, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. And, Angela kind of talked her down like, Fatima, don't do anything too drastic right now. You're going through something. Just try to work through it. And that was pretty cool. But then again, it doesn't help when sometimes she's the one who's like contradicting herself. Wasn't last week when she was like, keep your options open. But now it's all of a sudden, Fatima, think about it, what you're doing here. So from there, we don't know what the photo is, but she's like, obviously she's out there doing doing her. Why don't you do me? So then Zach, grips the sides of the tub and Deja is like, And then Zach has this look in his eyes like, okay, I don't think this is the look of him wanting to do Deja, but the look of, I'm tired of your shit, Deja. But then the episode cuts off, and that's it. So, yeah, this episode kind of lackluster. It wasn't bad, but I feel like, could have been a bit more. Obviously set up for what was to come in episode 6. But I think what really brought the episode down for me was Zach constantly going over to Deja's house playing with fire. It really was not a good look for his character. So, with that being said, my favorite part was Mona. She really was my favorite part of the episode, and I can't wait to see how that develops later on. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.